Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're back in the Watcher Realms and they have released another dev insight, so I thought we'd just go over it while we're waiting for the announcement of the update that they were going to tell us about in early October, as we're now approaching mid-October. Right, question one, we need more fusion heroes, both epic and legendary, especially for the epic. I know there aren't many heroes, only 5 epics is not so good, honestly. Another 3 to 5 epics, 1 legendary fusion would be good for us. Okay, whether it means actual permanent fusions in the game, or I'm thinking that's permanent fusions, isn't it, where he says 3 to 5 epics and 1 legendary. So that's somewhat changed now with Myca going in there, but yeah, I think he means permanent ones. So yeah, that'd be quite nice to see more permanent ones in there. We'll see what happens. We will continue. The answer is we will continue to launch different fusion events for players to obtain epic or legendary heroes for free. Stay tuned for in-game announcements. I think in there they're answering shards summon events and not fusions. Okay. Question 2. I've been trying out gear recommendation system on the 7x servers, and I think it's great. It is. It's absolutely brilliant. I have a few suggestions. I figure can make the even fancier, but I have no idea how valuable they are or if they are. Have been suggested already. 1. Allow a variant of thumbs up icons, for example maybe a silver one, a gold one, a chromatic star or something similar can be set on per rule. Yeah, okay, yeah, that'd be quite good. This would allow for even easier sorting and finding your absolute best gear at a glance. Okay, 2, maybe have a thumbs down icon available and a button to sell thumbs down at the loot window, so that gear that comes with flat unwanted stats can be visible and sold automatically. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not entirely sure how it would work, but it'd be great, nice to see able to select a substat that would be required for the rule. So a rule for the modifier being like any of these 4 substats, but only one, but must have crit rate. Yeah, that would be quite nice. So you can see this sort of thing going on as side here. We'll flash that up. 2, thank you for the suggestion, Commander. Custom feedback feature has been completed. Okay. And will be launched after the version update. So apparently that's coming, but what we've got on the Forerunner is all that's going to come, which is fine. It is a good system. He did say he's been trying it out. Okay. 3. Please remove flat stack gear from gear dungeons and create a pity on identifiable gear, i.e. 100 runs. Okay. Yeah. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of flat stats. The idea of farming gear in this game is quite high. So if they remove that, they'd remove in 3 types of gears that you can't use. So would they therefore then drop the amount of stamina you get per day to keep the level that you're getting gear at the same? We plan to increase the production of gear in gear dungeons in the future. So on the Forerunner at the moment, what you get is you get more chance to actually be able to craft more gear, and the gear you can craft is generically better now that they've got the exclusive artifacts, or the exclusive gear, sorry, for champions. It does seem to have better stats, substats, and roll better. So maybe. Please allow us to save gear loadouts for a team of heroes, for example. Let me save the gear loadouts for Apocalypse 2 team. 1 press button to equip all those heroes with the assigned loadout. Yeah, it would be easier, but I think as far as they've gone with the quick equip side of things, I think that's all we're going to get. We plan to test some gameplay features and gather feedback before promoting them across the gameplay modes. Yeah, it would be nice, because it is annoying when your champions, you've had to swap gear around. Okay, question 5. Love this game. That's a good start, except here we go. I have one huge major complaint. Need gear upgrade automation. It takes 8 clicks to upgrade 1 piece of gear and get trash upgrade, then delete it. And given 99.9% of gear are trash, that's a lot of clicking. I don't have time for that and refuse to do it. Suggestion: allow bulk select upgrades and auto sell if any upgraded is below a specific level. Also allow choosing level to upgrade to. I'm sure there can be better ideas, but this is wildly unsustainable number of clicks. I bet there are some more clicks in this group upgrading gear, and there are other types of click, let alone the time it would take to actually care about the specific perks of each piece. Like, oh my god, we need another solution, make more passive gamers, a decent gear setups. I love the quick equip gear, do this for gear upgrade please. Okay, the answer, thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We will also introduce a more convenient thumbs feature. and direct enhancements after battles to improve overall selection. So that's already in the Forerunner server. You can upgrade gear and sell it directly from after battles. But I do like the idea of, I know what he means. When you have a lot of gear and you eventually get all that gear that's got, for example, attack percentage and then substat crit rate, you want to roll it all up to level 8 in one go, so you can select, like, I don't know, 50 pieces, upload all 50 pieces to level 8, and all that stuff that doesn't roll a purple you can just sell in a oneer. But doesn't seem like you're going to get it. Seems like they're happy with what they're happy with, so that is about it. Can we have a Marker's Junk button for gear? I believe it would make selling gear even more streamlined, and when getting through gear inventory to upgrade and not to sell, you can make gear quick fast sell even with a thumbs down piece. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. Our thumb feature has been completed. We're launching the version soon. Yeah, well, you keep saying that, but had you launched it or given us some information about it, you might not get all these then, because you're supposed to tell us about the update early October, and you haven't. I would like more customization for marking in terms of highlighting specific heroes / gear pieces, i.e. creating sets for heroes or gear pieces, or having easier ways of equipping them. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. Our custom feature has been completed and will be launched after the update. You still haven't told us when the update is. Hi, us Commanders are heroes too. Would it be possible for us to have gear or our own? Okay, maybe you could create a whole new system, a whole new and awesome gear array just for commanders. After hard work, perhaps we could get the privilege of adorning ourselves with special rings, amulets, brooches, etc. that only commanders can wear, and give us unique and special buffs, like a vampire blood necklace that allows for 10% faster redeployment, or a ring that increases luck to roll better gear stats. Okay, on gear, better stats on gear. Okay, yeah. Unique things. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We may introduce new gameplay modes with this formatting in the future. So we have got the Honours Gauntlet, and that does have a commander's skill on there. Now that can really change how or what is happening in the arena battle. So the live arena and that commander's skill happens, but maybe with the gear, who knows? Who knows what they will introduce in the future? I have Init, and on watching a review I saw that his ultimate doesn't work properly, specifically the strong blast that is supposed to occur at the end. When will this be fixed? Thank you for the feedback, Commander. We have noticed this issue and are currently in the process of locating and fixing it. That's not true. Or if it is, that is the world's slowest location and fixing. I told you about it at the end of July. So your worst case scenario is you've had 2 months and done nothing, or told anyone nothing about it. And also where his ultimate says doesn't worry about distance or something like that, or range. It absolutely does. So you do need to fix it, particularly as more and more people are getting it. But you were told about this when the Forerunner got it so long, but 2 months ago. Easy, you knew about that, probably longer. Okay, Dear Mouton, I know you're going through it right now, but can we please add more tower defense to the tower defense game when you do updates? It's kind of why most of us play the game. Thank you for your suggestion, Commander. We're working on more gameplay modes and levels. Stay tuned. Yeah, okay, fair comment. So apparently we're going to get more gameplay modes. Right, this is more for in-game players. Could we have a feature that added to the addresses the ancient gear and used items? I have 25 crit rate main stat bangles, including 5 variants that I'll never use. It feels wasteful to sell them being so rare. Could the devs implement a feature to dismantle ancient items for useful materials? For example, dismantling could return gear forge materials, refining crystal shards, or gear recasting hammer shards. So he's gone fairly low with the stuff. He's not asking for a great deal, with better returns for dismantling variant gear. Now, I've included a special snippet of my current crit rate ancient gear showing the variant pieces. I'm sure other players face similar issues. Love more game and would like to see it grow. Feels like this is a problem and will only get worse without a solution. Thanks for everything, and as always, keep up the great work. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We planned this feature details will be announced soon. So on that then, don't, because I'm guilty of this as well, and I've got some pieces. I think I've probably sold some of mine. I just thought I would never use them, but absolutely don't sell them. Keep hold of all your trash, ancient gear, because apparently you'll be able to get rid of it soon for rewards. So bear that in mind. Oh. Question 12. Just increase the drop rates and so on. I mean, in the highest levels, very often only 2 meteorites. So he's talking about AMR. That's just no comment. Also, the smithing results, nah, better stop writing, otherwise it'd be a very long list. We expect to increase the number of rewards for those items being added stages in the new artifact dungeon. Yes, so what you get is you get, I think it's between 4 to 14, snippet will be up there, on the later stages, and I'm going to say 5 to 12 I think in the lower stages, but again be up here. And the myth rule is much updated, so it is a much better system. Question 13. I think this is possibly the best question going. Let us sell the psychic power. Really simple. We'll consider this solution. Yeah. Thanks. Really simple suggestion. This is more of an endgame players, but could you feature added address ancient gear? You've already done that. I want to know, is there anyone that works on this game actually playing it? I don't understand how you expect a player that has played a year to have gear space to level up 100 pieces of gear for the Init hero. Please remove it. I very rarely find a piece of gear that is worth levels as an endgame player. What were you guys really thinking? I've played for the past year and I just don't know that I'll ever have gear space to the quest for Init. And at this point in my account, hopefully the fix for end-game players to have it complete if they have 100 pieces of gear at level 16 already. Okay, thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We will continuously monitor the completion status of the new hero's path. If commanders are stuck on missions like these, we will work on improving them. Okay, doesn't really say a lot, but they have increased the storage capacity, so there is another 200 slots. But again, if you haven't got gear worth leveling up, I've got loads of gear and I still level it up fairly often. 16. It would be great to exchange the remaking hero shards for skill crystals or XP. Thank you for the feedback, commanders. We currently have plans for hero shard conversion. Okay, so that's nice. Good news. Good news. Hero shard conversion coming. We don't know when. Dragon Nightmare 4 rewards are laughably bad. Please remove them, or at least make a mercy rule on legendary crystals and souls. Say every 30 days you're guaranteed one of each. We have started improving the rewards and experiences. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, they have. They've now introduced the soul stone, haven't they? The unpolished soul stone, which cannot do lords, so it can only do normal legendaries. Right, here we go. Question 18. The objective of the game is to improve our characters in order to progress in all types of content. There is a point of the block us in the improvement of spells and making our characters close to useless in the majority of content. Is it to encourage players to participate in events? I've been playing since July 2023 and even today I have 49 characters who don't have their spells maxed level. Yeah, I get more in than I max out. Since the new loot system of the guild bot, it has become even rarer to have interesting rewards, and and we are invaded by mythical extracts that no one cares about. I find that slowing down the optimization of characters is so much, and therefore limiting their use is not a good idea. It prevents everyone from fully enjoying the game. So I don't have a miracle idea. Honest, I don't know if putting the levels of farming, rare, epic and legendary skill crystals would be a good thing. I don't know if completely removing the skill crystal system would be even better. It's already hard to complete with the awakenings of the Awakening 5s. Oh, sorry, it is already hard to compete with the awakenings of Awakening 5 characters, so if you also have to compete with the skills, yeah, okay. But it's just a remark and an observation that weighs on me more and more over time. It becomes relatively frustrating to have so many people that are unusable, but thank you for reading me, and if the messages can be heard by the development teams. If my message, and I'm sure that other players must have also brought up this kind of wariness on the skill crystals, allowing one per skill crystals allow one day to change this exhausting, tiring and frustrating system, then it would be happy day. Just like the rest of the players to enjoy the game and have different content even more. Okay, right, wow. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We have given it a great, you've given us a great direction. Didn't really think they had, but there you go. We have made a note of it and are in discussion the feasibility. So maybe then, maybe. And sorry if I got any of that message wrong. That's Google Translate. I was reading off. Had an option to switch the farmable insignias from basic trial in Pantheon. It'd be great to be able to choose which ones to prioritize for farming. Else you just stack up on one kind of them and a stack ton of the other three. Okay, and like a ton of the other three, yeah. Okay, thank you for your suggestion, Commander. We will consider it. I see what they mean. So please add more epics to the game and allow them usable standard. Please give us more epics that are a level strength of Hollow, Estrad, Wrath, Maul, Greed, etc. and strong enough to be usable in endgame content. New epics are also helpful to fill out the requirements for faction trials and will be annoying not just be able to finish to 3-star North 12 for over 9 months now because Shamrock or Glacius or even Ajax won't drop. We have plans for this. Stay tuned. Thanks very much. Thank you for answering. Giselle is one of the lowest rated heroes in the game because of the following reasons: her multiplier and lack of basic functionality seem okay, scale damage, attack on attack speed, but the execution of that gets totally wonky and she can't check a single box in any content. No, okay, right. She has one block so can't defend, limited range, unrated so she can't attack, like Zillitude or Arrogance, and she only has AoEs if she attacks the same target 3 times. Everything in this game is based around killing things extremely quickly, so that mechanic just doesn't work out. I've seen on Soda's community expression how sad it is for Mouton not to buff these heroes that have been out for almost a year now and they have no use. She is an ancient exclusive, the rarest and most important currency in the game. I believe she needs to be up to the level so that it's fair for all 3 players. Hope the guys responding to buffing and stopping pretending that she doesn't exist. Thanks for reading. We've made some adjustments to Giselle. You can check them out in the announcements, in the future updates. You can, and I haven't got her, but I did one of these on the future updates, and generically, most people said the best thing about her new kit is the fact that she provides a bonded skill for someone else, and she's still trash. So there you go. I hope you're monitoring it. It's more of a generic question regarding Myca. Her ultimate causes her to ignore defense during it. Great in theory, however she deals 100% magic damage and defense has 0 impact on magic damage as described. It would not make more sense for her to ignore magic resistance during ultimate and an effort to bring her damage up. How her kit reads. The defense ignoring does nothing for her kit as it stands. Any feedback would be appreciated. Was this an oversight in the character development? Thank you for this suggestion, Commander. Myca's ultimate skill can ignore magic resistance. Okay, there you go. So it doesn't more magic resistance. Don't have her, but if you fancy checking it out, give us a shout if it does actually work or not. Eloin and Hollow can't regenerate rage for Leia during the ultimate, even at her Awakening 3. At Awakening 3, Leia only regenerates rage from her own ultimate, not from Eloin or Hollow. This is weak compared to other lords. At least make her Awakening 3 a bit useful, allowing her to get rage from other sources during ultimate. Okay, currently periodic rage regen has high coverage but low logic. Okay. Leia has the highest periodic healing so that she isn't affected by healing stacks from Eloin and Hollow. We will be updating the hero description to reflect this. Okay. Please fix Myca's ultimate where she can stop accumulating feathers during the ultimate. I've reported this issue through customer services, video provided, and nothing happened. 2. Dolores bargain auto fighting in any mode where she wouldn't ultimate even if she had the rage is full. Init needs some serious revamp or buff. Imagine if you spend a lot of resource and time to complete the Odyssey quest and the hero is completely useless. Can't even compete with an existing hero in any mode. We can't even pull Init's card by summoning, so I'm suggesting Init should be one of the greatest heroes in the game. Your drop rate for spirits used to send gear is definitely insufficient. Spirits should be easy to get as they are the rarity of legendary. Okay. Please fix substats on ancient mythic gear. Always get useless substats for offensive gear, hero or healer. A bunch of ancient gear on a healer with crit rate, crit damage substats. The answer is Init provides strong support and damage. We will consider her. Okay, I thought Init was a he, but there you go. That's gender for you. Her support and damage comprehensively and evaluate solutions based on overall strength. Haven't answered the rest of the questions there, have you? Completely skipped over 4 of the questions. I know that making new legendary heroes is likely the biggest money maker for games such as Watcher of Realms, but for us free-to-play players, it's just more awesome heroes that we are unlikely to ever have. I would like to see new epic heroes that are viable to use in content, whether you're early game or near the end game. Know that for truly top tier endgame heroes to be viable, they have to be legendary heroes. So those players with tons of money available to use on the game will always have a significant more powerful hero than low spenders and free to play. And they will always spend money because the truth is that the collection of heroes is one of the biggest reasons why people play these types of games. Secondly, it would be nice to see if the current heroes are nearly, if not entirely useless, can get a moderate buff so players can actually use such heroes in general content. Some heroes which are infamously false, legendary crap. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then we've got Nazim. Nazim has got a place in the game now with the Apocalypse and keeping that debuff going for the Source, so he has got a place. Titters, I think people are using as a tank in all the way up to Infernal Faction Trials 12, but I don't know of any other places. Yeah, Arpon, yeah, Brian, and there are loads of heroes. Thank you for the suggestion, Fun. We have a hero adjusted plan. We've made a hero adjusted plan. Okay, it'd be nice if we could see the hero adjusted plan, but there you go. Please remove the limitation on only triggering certain ultimates when targets are in range. First and foremost, it is not consistent. Some units have this limitation, others do not. True. But more than that, what's the purpose of having a manual ultimate if not for the player to have full control over it when it's triggered? Okay. Future self-buffing ultimates for heroes would generally not have restrictions requiring enemies to be within range for use. Please increase the vault space. With the introduction of new tunes, we need different gear for different situations. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We expect to expand storage capability in the next version update. Yeah, it's been updated now. There was an extra 200 spaces on the Forerunner server. Whether that will come in for this or not, I don't know. All the draws of the champions spam the chat full. It'd be nice if we could hide them in the chat settings. Okay, thank you for the suggestion, Commander. This is included in our plans for the improvement. Okay, happy days. That's always nice. Suggestion to add a bragging channel for people who want to show off their stuff in the place meant for it, rather than spread it out across all the channels. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We think this is a good idea. We'll consider adding it to the items to be improved. Okay. There we are. What else we got? I'll say it again because it's so silly. Tell us before we enter a match that somebody is missing gear, or at least give us the option to quick equip everyone on the team who doesn't have gear on them, because the game loves to auto pick your last used team. And of course 6 heroes BP will clear the warning sign. It would be green, like if you're good to go, or your tank or your healer has no armor. I'm getting annoyed with gear and getting to the late game, and I'd love the prospect of going from playing tower defense to keeping my gear farming simulator. Farm 100 pieces of gear to roll 5 and keep 1. Yeah, that's about it. We are working on a reminder feature. That would be handy, just to say your champions aren't geared. Can we please land on total attributes tab instead of attributes info tab when we open up attributes profile? That one click is annoying. Please fix it. You can make the world a better place. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion, Commander. We will gradually increase the number of searchable items, prioritising them based on player suggestions and needs. Not sure that's an answer. Okay. Day 3, I would love to see additional heroes visit the camp with terrible bad jokes or vague random complaints about other heroes in their or rival factions. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. As more heroes added to the game, we will progressively increase the number of heroes available for camp visits. Alright, that'd be nice. I've noticed that Semram still has some bugs in it. I frequently notice that attacks from previous phases carry over into the next phase. If you defeat him in the middle of an attack animation, this usually ends up wiping my team because I don't have any ultimates prepped to tank the unexpected damage. This is extremely prevalent in Apocalypse 1, where you have a strong enough team to cut through the first phase like butter. Glitchy attacks, sounds, effects, the saw noise in particular carry over right through the fight. Yeah, we are aware of the issue and we will fix it as soon as possible once the update is available. Well, you told us that was coming. Need to know which monsters are flying. It can tell us in the camp map info. Thank you for suggesting, Commander. We'll consider implementing some tags for monster characteristics. Fine. Can you make it a simple suggestion that each session has a rotation of 4 available maps? With the introduction of Ingrid, Daliana and Praetus, with all the people lucky enough to have them, or one of them was available for 250 shards, I will see them dominating GVG. Whilst I understand there are always a way to beat them, for example, if you don't have them, they're just defences, they aren't relevant on the current maps. With a choice of 4 maps, this might help keep all defences relevant regardless of the heroes you own. Personally, I'm missing every meta ancient hero. Yeah, I know the feeling. And if you have tried, but my ancient luck is awful, this is making defense for non-relevant now, as people have cracked ways to beat them already. With a choice of different maps, this will make it attacking more interesting. The seasonal rotation of Guild War maps and additional maps is currently in production. Okay. We're long overdue. Nightmare 4. We're planning for introducing and expect to see the release for the second half of the year. Well, we're already in October, so the second half of the year is half up, and you haven't said anything about the mid-October update, so that leaves you about 2 months if we don't get it, but you haven't mentioned the year. I'd like to suggest that exclusive characters launch 1 week before a 1+1, because that way we can try and secure the character first, and the rest of the crystals we could use as a 1+1. Using crystals and 1+1 without knowing the date of an exclusive is quite risky. Yeah, I fell for that myself. That is why I always keep 39,600's worth of diamonds on crystals combined, and that way I can afford to do a 1+1 and a 250 limited if they come along, because I did the 1+1 and then I missed Captain Wreath shortly after that. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We will consider improving timing of event announcements. Okay, another nice note, someone in before all the new heroes flood the pool would be much appreciated. The first time must be new event, okay, is pretty rare. Gacha banner event will only be available during major events, so that's no, they're not going to do it by the sounds of it. Scala's new skin, the red one from the arena, looks pretty badass if you ask me. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We will consider it. You can sort by level, faction, BP. Is there a way to sort by AoE, like Silas and Hexes, single target, attack group? Also, arrogance can hit both ground and air units. Is there another way around? The ground heroes can hit both. The tagging system will be comprehensively improved in the future. This includes displaying aerial attack prompts in the hero's interface. It cannot be deployed in the short term. Recommendation would be to decouple whatever link or relationship you have built into Friendly Face Off and Guild War, specifically regarding the counter on limit use on designated demons. Okay, we'll consider adding improvements in future versions. Alright. Please, when we drag and hover demon onto the top tile, let the game timer be visible instead of hiding it with the demon shoulder info window that no one really cares about. We will update this feature in upcoming versions. All right, that's nice. You'll be able to see the timer. What's happening with the August server update? There was a number of really good changes scheduled for August, but nothing was mentioned with the announcement of the September patch. Thank you for your interest, Commander. We are doing our best to bring you new version content. We will share specific. We're supposed to be doing it in early October, aren't you, to tell us where, and it's coming in mid-October, but you haven't done anything about that, have you? Any events planned? It's getting boring. Commander, you can follow us on planning feedback or check the update announcements to understand the process of content. We also regularly hold face-to-face planning events that provide previews of upcoming events. I don't think you do, and I don't think that exists. Right, so just a quick search on the Discord, and the only place where planning feedback comes up is on that answer. That's the only place on the Discord where that comes up. And regularly hold face-to-face planning meetings to provide previews of upcoming events. Let us know, what are they? Because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them myself. They might be there. I haven't seen them. No idea on this really. It looks like they've chopped it off and solved the problem with this whole give people the opportunity to close their sessions themselves. What is the problem? Make double authentication on the edge of the choice of customers. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We strongly recommend that binding their third-party accounts to ensure account security. Do not share your account information with others. Add replies for friendly matches. Add replays for friendly matches, both in Arena and Guild Wars and Arena matches, and also add the possibility to test your own lineups. Oh God, yes, do want that so much. I mean, like battle yourself for testing. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. It is difficult for us to develop this feature at the moment. We will continue to consider better ways to meet everyone's needs for playback. So is that difficult to do the self-testing or difficult for the playback? Who knows? But the self-testing would be fantastic. Right, that's it. Everything in there. That's a long-winded video. If you've made it this far, give me the thumbs up. Not a lot of answers in there. A lot more questions than anything else, but thank you very much for your time. I'll see you in a video again soon. You just do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe. That would help me out massively, and I'll see you in a video again soon. Hopefully later on today or very soon we'll be doing news about the update. That would be fantastic, and we'll know a bit more about what's actually coming and what's coming in it. Right, thanks, cheers, catch you later.